Some movies are so bad, they're almost legendary. Whether it's laughable acting, nonsensical plots, or special effects that look like they were made in 5 minutes, these films have gained infamy for all the wrong reasons. In this countdown, we're diving into the cinematic disasters that left audiences cringing, critics baffled, and studios wishing for a do-over. Buckle up. These are the top 10 worst movies of all time. So, the 10th worst movie of all time on our list is From Justin to Kelly. If you have a taste for early 2000s cinematic cheese like Catwoman, then From Justin to Kelly might be worth a curious watch. This romantic musical stars American Idol's first winner and runner-up, Kelly Clarkson and Justin Guarini, a premise that firmly roots it in its era. With outdated fashion, cringy humour, and repetitive musical numbers, it's a garish and awkward ride set during spring break in Florida. Still, there's a certain charm buried beneath the mess, making it a prime candidate for the So Bad It's Good label. And the 9th worst movie of all time on our list is Pinocchio. Before diving into criticism, it's important to recognise Robert Zemeckis' significant contributions to film. He's responsible for some true classics: Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Cast Away, and even the more debated Forrest Gump. However, his 2022 version of Pinocchio is far from his finest work. Like many of Disney's recent live-action remakes, it failed to resonate with audiences or critics. The film felt particularly lackluster when compared to Guillermo del Toro's much more acclaimed Pinocchio, released the same year. Hopefully, the ongoing wave of uninspired remakes will lose steam soon. And on number 8, we have Birdemic, Shock and Terror. Birdemic, Shock and Terror is almost always mentioned in discussions of the worst movies of recent decades, and with good reason. Operating on a shoestring budget, it features some of the most laughably bad special effects ever put on screen, attempting to depict a bird attack on a small town. But the terrible CGI is just the beginning. The acting is wooden, the script is baffling, the pacing erratic, and the visuals painfully dull. Yet, despite having virtually no traditional redeeming qualities, its sheer incompetence makes it strangely captivating. A true, so bad it's good experience. And the 7th movie on our list is Giggly. Unlike Birdemic, Shock and Terror, which is entertaining in its failure, Giggly is the kind of bad movie that's just dull. It aims for comedy but consistently misses the mark, and when jokes fall flat, there's little unintentional charm to save the experience. While failed drama can sometimes be amusing, failed comedy is simply tiresome. Giggly also tries to blend romance and crime, but both elements drag, weighed down by poor pacing and lackluster execution. Despite starring real-life couple Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, their on-screen chemistry is non-existent. A few supporting performances offer brief glimmers of life, but overall, Giggly is a slog best avoided. And on number 6 we have Troll 2. Troll 2 is famously flawed, but it's also a beloved cult classic of the so bad it's good variety. Much like Birdemic, Shock and Terror, it tries, and fails, to be scary, but ends up being unintentionally hilarious instead. Forget the original Troll. Troll 2 is where the real madness happens, packed with meme-worthy scenes, bizarre dialogue, and performances that swing wildly between deadpan and over the top. It's a chaotic, messy tale of monsters preying on hapless victims, making it both terrible and strangely unforgettable at the same time. And on number 5 we have Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill is so notoriously bad that even in Adam Sandler's uneven filmography, it manages to stand out for all the wrong reasons. The film hinges entirely on its weak premise. Sandler playing both twin siblings, Jack, the straight man, and Jill, the obnoxious chaos agent who disrupts his Thanksgiving. What follows is a barrage of tired gags and 2 uninspired performances from Sandler. Add to that a baffling appearance by Al Pacino, and Katie Holmes, unfortunately. And you get a movie most would want to forget. Still, if there's any entertainment to be found, it's in Pacino's bizarrely committed scenes, especially the infamous Dunkachino bit, which gained meme status for good reason. And the fourth worst movie is Black Christmas. There are three versions of Black Christmas, with the 1974 original standing as a horror-tinged holiday classic. The first remake, released in 2006, arrived over 30 years later and felt like an awkward, somewhat pointless update. But at least it didn't stir controversy. That changed with the 2019 version, a watered-down PG-13 slasher that stripped away much of what made the original compelling. It introduces questionable changes and lacks the tension or impact expected from a story about female students being hunted by a killer. In the end, there's little reason to choose this version over the far superior 1974 original. And on number 3, we have The Hottie and the Nottie. The Hottie and the Nottie takes things even further. Its title alone is a red flag, and the poster doesn't do it any favors. This crude, tone-deaf romantic comedy centers on two women, one deemed attractive, the other not so much. Even in 2008, it felt outdated, and time has only made it worse. Intended as a star vehicle for Paris Hilton, whose fame in the 2000s was fleeting and often puzzling, the film quickly earned its place among the worst rom-coms ever made, a misfire from the very start. And the second worst movie on our list is Jaws: The Revenge. You'd think a movie featuring both a giant shark and Michael Caine would at least be entertaining, but Jaws: The Revenge proves otherwise. While the original Jaws, 1975, is a near-perfect creature feature, the sequels steadily declined in quality, with this fourth installment hitting rock bottom. Its ridiculous premise, a shark seeking revenge for the deaths of other sharks, is more baffling than fun. Rather than delivering any real excitement, the film coasts on the Jaws name, luring in viewers with the promise of thrills it never delivers. It's the worst kind of sequel, lazy, hollow, and shamelessly cashing in on a once great franchise. And the last worst movie on our list is Super Babies: Baby Geniuses 2. There's nothing enjoyable about acknowledging a film like Super Babies: Baby Geniuses 2. The original Baby Geniuses hardly warranted a follow-up, yet in 2004, a sequel somehow materialized, one widely regarded as even worse than its predecessor and often cited among the worst films ever made. The plot, centered on superpowered babies acting as pint-sized heroes, is as absurd as it is unbearable. What's even more baffling is that it spawned 3 more sequels in the 2010s. That means there are as many Super Babies movies as there are Mad Max films. An unsettling bit of trivia that's hard to shake. So, how many of the worst movies among these 10 have you watched? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.